Learn how to throw a baseball or softball. Then you can teach it.
We're going to learn how to catch first. Okay? In my day, back in the 1970s, this was the softball. This was as soft as it got. So the ball goes in your hand, and what is this? This is like food. You tell the younger ones, this is food. Chomp, chomp, they go. They'll catch it, boom. All of a sudden, they might drop it. Well, that's not the real alligator hands. The real one is when you put your hand out like this and put your hand on top. This, whoa, is the alligator hands. When the ball comes, I'm going to chomp it. I do this with my 3-year-old, and she's catching the ball. I use a bigger ball. This is pretty advanced. I'd say probably this is about, first to second grade starting. The extra littles, the pre-Ks, you're going to want to use a bigger ball to give them success. Because if they start dropping it, they're not going to want to play with you. And you need somebody to play with. Alligator hands. Remember alligator hands. If you get that down, you're set. And I know some of you advanced, they got the little alligator catch with one hand. Okay, we're not in the majors yet. This is the beginning. So when the ball's thrown to you, you want to keep your feet moving. And you actually, when they throw it, you want to catch it on your throwing hand side. So wherever the glove is, the glove's over here. I'm going to drop the ball for a second. Your target right here is to catch the ball on this side. Why is that? Because this is where the ball's going to come out and you're going to throw. You want to tell them to move their feet over and catch it out in front of them a little bit off to the side. If you're a lefty, okay, have them catch it over here. The throwing hand side. This is my throwing hand side. I'm always going to kind of concentrate on getting it. This is advanced. But you can teach them, tap your shoulder with the glove. This is where you want them to catch the ball over here. The next thing you're going to teach is just like I showed you in the football video, the archer. Okay? Caught it on this side. I'm going to jump my feet, and I'm going to be in the shape of an archer. I'll turn sideways. An archer pulls back like this. You're preparing them to throw it right here. They're going to pull the ball as they catch it out of the glove. This is advanced too. But you can teach them, pull that out of the alligator's mouth, that piece of food. They go, ooh, food, alligator, I want to feed the alligator. The younger kids will focus on catching it with the alligator, and they want to pull the food out of the mouth. Okay, and we're gonna get to the archer. That means your shoulders are pointing at your target, which will be a bullseye. Also teach them this. Alligator hands, catch on this side, and it's a jump right here. If the ball is down low, because sometimes you're gonna throw it to them, it's not gonna be perfect. It's gonna be low or it's gonna be high. Still stick with the alligator hands. And have them wiggle their fingers and tell them, oh, that's teeth. They love that. Again, advanced players, don't be rolling your eyes at me, because you need to teach this. Until that is an advanced player, when you can teach baseball or softball to a younger kid. That's advanced to me. So I've got, if the ball comes down low, I'm going to turn my hand over. Just for demonstration purpose, I'm going to add a glove. I've got the glove. I like to stick my finger out the side. For the younger kids, let them go with the finger inside for a while. When you get advanced, you can put your finger out here like this, but until they're advanced where you feel that they can catch it comfortably, keep their finger inside. That way, if they happen to not pay attention, the ball doesn't hit them in the finger. It's that simple. The ball comes down low, alligator fingers, jump. Okay? Now, if the ball's up high, this is when you teach them to turn it over, flip it. So there's a high catch, same thing. Can you see the alligator? Can you see it on the catching side? I'll back up a little bit. Ball down low, ooh, caught it. Okay, they flipped it over. If you can teach them to flip, otherwise you're gonna get this. I've seen this, and I've seen it go here and off their face. And then they don't wanna play with you anymore. That's catching.
Now it's time to throw.
So the baseball right here, it's got stitches right here. I use these as a guide. The first thing we're gonna start off with throwing is the grip. I like to grab it with 2 fingers on a small ball, big ball, 3 fingers, and a thumb. And if they're really small hands, you can tell them to use all 5. As you get older, you can put, and your hand gets bigger, you can move it down to 3 until, if you're playing baseball, 2 fingers on the back of it and a thumb. Do not let them put their ball in their palm. That is, I know some of you advanced players are going, that's a changeup. And we're not pitching, we're just throwing. I've got the grip. This is a baseball. This is the softball. Boom, take a picture right there. Now what do? We want to throw this. I've got my feet and my shoulders. They need to be in sync. Again, if you remember back to catching, I catch it right here. I hop over. I bring it up in an L position, just like the football. It's pretty simple. And I turn it backwards. You want to tell them to turn it back and look at their fingers. Can I see my fingers? Before they throw it, tell them to bounce, 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 bounce. What that does, it gets them on the ball to their feet. Okay, they're not on their heels. If you're on your heels, you're going to be flat-footed. Okay, your targets now. I'm moving kind of fast. I'm going to slow down because I want to demonstrate.
It's time to bring it all together.
We've gone through catching. No glove, you don't need that. Got the alligator, okay? Throwing hand side, archer, you're jumping. The grip, just ask him to show you the grip. Okay, your feet and your shoulders, get like an archer. Football arm, knees bent, and they're bouncing. The next thing you need to teach, this is key. I'm going to teach you the target. When you throw a ball, gravity's coming into play. For your older kids, you know what gravity is. You don't have to teach them gravity. When you throw a ball at me here, by the time it gets to me, it's going to drop down to here. But if you lob it to them or throw it, it's going to drop. So remember your target, throwing hand shoulder. Tell them to throw it between the shoulders. They're like, where's your shoulders? It's right in this area. If you throw it here, by the time it gets there, it'll be down right where you want it. What I did is I just took a piece of tape, found a hula hoop. If you have a wall, not on the garage, you have a wall, it's a hard surface, like a brick. I used to take my son to the local school, and you can put a target of tape on the wall. You can put any kind of target. For smaller kids, just flip it down low. This is my target, which if you kind of see if I stood in here, is between my shoulders. This will make them focus. If I'm a little kid, if I'm a little guy, which I was once, you can see it's just adjusting. The wall is key. Some of the best baseball players in the world that were my childhood heroes, that's how they learn. I'm going to catch it right here. On my throwing hand side, I'm going to hop into the archer. My target is the key. Gloves on the shoulder side. All you're going to do is trade spots with your shoulders. So, and I'm going to aim at that target. What that does, it makes your brain focus. If you don't focus and just throw it, that's where you get the ball launching over here. You have to focus on your target. If you don't, your friends aren't going to want to play theater because you're throwing it at their feet. Catch right here. Archer right here. Ball's up. I know it's back right here. And I'm just going to trade shoulders. My target is right here. Three-fingered. This is a big ball. Softball. Catch it on the throwing side. Right here. Step. Do not throw these against the wall. Okay? If you do, you will ruin them. But they have rubber balls that are made for trainers. This is the review. Ball's coming up. I'm going to catch it up high, so I'm going to flip my glove over. Okay, alligator hands, even for you advanced players. I bring the ball back in the archer position. L. I'll turn sideways. L position. Okay. I bring this glove back here, and I kind of load my arm right here. This is a lot of people do it this way. Some people teach this way when they're pitching. We're throwing. Okay. Got the L position, archer, and then I'm going to turn and throw. This is the kind of last thing I want to share before we all go. No baseballs for the elementary. If you're playing with a baseball, you're going to run the risk of hitting them, and they're not going to want to play. Enjoy your day. Go out in the sunshine this weekend. Grab a tennis ball or a softball and play some catch. Have a great day.